about the moon last night and how we're going to discover that it was an object placed to hold a specific frequency of the Earth so that we could have a denser experience. So the Earth, again, is a manufactured body. Most of the people working in NASA and some of these other structures, they are very pure at heart. They don't know the full agenda. So it really is the scene behind the scene that knows the level of technology that we have and is actively hiding it from humanity. Things like MK Ultra, which is something that I've been shown is the CIA, the Central Intelligence Agency here in the US, was formed specifically to control the third eye of humanity. They're not going to share anything that's really personally empowering because that would put the power back to the people. It's not just the technology. It is the entire, I'll call it spirit science, the entire layer of reality that is available to us. There's going to be some really big surprises happening.
You know I will let the 9 burst. West Coast mixtape, kiss my Converse. Before you play your part, gotta read your lines first. Before it's in your heart, gotta be in your mind first. Getting my prayers in, I'm just trying to do what the Lord says.
Hey, who, me? I'm just holding my light, becoming an energetic anchor point out here. That's all I'm doing. I'm Sensei Uberman. Welcome to another episode of Terra Earth Quantum Cast. This is episode 7. I hope all of y'all are doing lovely and well and loving all the disclosure that's happening. I think there is actually some files released on the 6th, if I'm not mistaken. On the 8th. On the 8th. It's the 9th right now. Coordinates, but we're gonna be discussing the moon here. The first clip you just saw was of Allison Holley, psychic, when she was throwing in some nice little tidbits about the moon. I thought that'd be pretty cool for y'all to hear. This next clip is of Elizabeth April, psychic. I talked about her before. Amazing. She discusses an experience she had in her light body and the moon. Remember, y'all, like, share, subscribe. I love y'all. Roll it.
And I sit down on my bed and I'm feeling like I'm about to pass out, and I close my eyes, and as I close my eyes, there is this 7 foot tall, good looking man coming into the room from the corner of my room. And I'm like, what? In this white light body. I open my eyes and he's gone. I close my eyes and he's there. Open my eyes, gone. Close my eyes, there. I'm just blinking at this alien, basically, right? I don't know what's going on. So close my eyes and I'm like, hi, what's going on? And he said, my name is Kinetic and I'm a Pleiadian from the Galactic Federation of Light, and I want to invite you to a meeting. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. I just got introduced to aliens a couple months ago, but sure, yeah, let's do this. And he said there's going to be a meeting in, I think he said 2 or 3 days. It was December 21st, 2011, moving into 2012. And he said it's going to be at 2 a.m. your time, right? Be ready. So I said, all right, cool. So a couple days go by. That night, I ordered an extra large coffee. I slept for a little bit, turned on my alarm at 1 a.m., chugged the coffee, and then sat in meditation. And I honestly didn't know, are they going to beam me up to a ship? They're taking me to a meeting. How is this going to work? I don't know.
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting there, 2 a.m. on the dot. He comes back into my room and he says, follow me. And I knew what he meant because I'd been remote viewing at the time, right? So I'm like, okay. So he's in this white light body. He's in his remote body. I'm going to go follow him in my remote body. So I follow him and we're just flying through the air. I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool, whatever. And we go off the planet. I never even thought about going off the planet in my remote body. So I'm like, whoa, this is cool. I remember looking back at planet Earth being like, I can't believe I'm off the planet. I didn't even know this was possible. And then we're going towards the moon. And I'm like, oh my God, we're going to go to a meeting on the moon? Like, how cool is this, right? And then we're going closer and closer to the moon. And then all of a sudden, like, I'm just expecting there to be like a building or something. No, he's going right into the moon. Like, he's going straight through the surface of the moon. And I'm like, I guess I'm just going to follow him inside the moon. And so I go inside the moon, and there's this huge room. Like, it's this like circular room, okay? And I'm talking like hundreds of thousands of like seats and beings in this room, right? And then all of a sudden he was gone. Like, he just like brought me there, and I didn't see him again. And so this was my introduction to like the Galactic Federation, right? And I must have been so rude, like looking back on it now, because it was like a stadium, right? A circular stadium. And there was like, so there was seats, right? And in the seats were two beings of each species or civilization. So it's like, it felt like there was two representatives of each species there. And so I'm just a creeper, right? Also at this point, I didn't realize that aliens could see my remote body, right? I'd never been seen before by humans. So I just thought I could creep around and get away with it. So I'm like up close, just like scanning, like face to face on all of the beings that are sitting in the seats. Cause I'm like, oh my God, there's like little troll beings, and there's like gelatinous beings, and there's really freaking tall beings. And I'm just like, holy, and I'm just like hardcore creeping on all of them. At the time, I had no idea.
Why
like,
are they leaning away from me?
What are you? Hi, I'm here. And then it was so cool because sort of hovering at the top of the stadium must have been thousands, probably tens of thousands of white light bodies. I was in my white light body, right? And what was so cool about it is I could see the grounding cord, right, from their body going outside of the moon, back to planet Earth.
Whoa.
I'm like, holy shit, these are a bunch of other me's. These are a bunch of other remote viewers from Earth who also got invited to this meeting.
We've been in that room, by the way.
Well, I didn't know. I didn't know it was that. I had no idea.
The 2x2, the whatever, the stadium seating. Sorry, I want to keep going.
I bet you guys were at that same meeting.
I don't know. This is blowing my mind. What's a grounding cord while we're stopped? Is that the cord that connects your astral body to your physical body?
Bingo. Yeah.
Okay. Is this like the silver cord?
The silver cord. Yeah.
Is it an umbilical cord like?
Yeah, pretty much like that.
So that's where it's located?
No, but the back.
The back?
The back of you.
All right, please continue with this
incredible
story. And please take your time. I will sit here sipping this coffee and listening with my mind blowing out the back of my head.
So then, right? So I'm in this meeting. I'm done my creeping, and I'm just taking it all in. There's this like floating platform, okay, in the center of the room. And standing on the platform is like this little being, and then this like beautiful, tall, sort of a gray hybrid woman. She was female, okay? I now know her name is Mika. And she's projecting her voice. And it's so funny because I was like, immediately, I'm like, oh my God, all these beings speak English. Like, I was so new to everything. I was like, wow, like everyone here speaks English? Like, how cool is that we all speak the same language? Nope, had no idea that telepathy is just immediately translated to your language, right? So I was like, wow, she's speaking English to everyone? It was a long time before I realized how telepathy worked, but I was so new, right? So she goes into fucking everything. So this is like literally December 21st, 2011. So right before 2012 hits, right? And she talks about, and so she's not only just saying it, but she's projecting images into our minds as well. She talked a lot about like pretty much everything, the splitting of the earth, the shifting of the timelines. She talked about this huge energy wave that was going to hit the planet, that was going to propel us into this like sort of new earth. I don't know what words she used back then, right? We have all the words now. She talked extensively about this other species and race on planet Earth that has sort of been taking over, that's going to be kicked off of the planet. She was showing me these, I called them dinosaur-like beings, giant sort of 8 to 10 foot tall, scaly, green. Some had tails, some had wings on the planet, right? Reptilians as we know them now.
Those are the ones that were being kicked off?
yeah, so she was talking about, hey, like we have a history with them. We've been monitoring them, but now it's no longer time for them to be on planet Earth. They need to leave in order for humanity to make a choice, and they need to make that choice with their free will. They can't be manipulated anymore. So it's like all this stuff, right? Like the down low on the awakening, essentially, right? And we were all there to witness it.